are meant to call from out of the past stories, strange and weird.
Tales of mystery and terror by radio's masters of the macabre.
Stories of the supernatural, the supernormal, dramatizing the fantasy, the mystery, the unknown. We tell you this frankly, so if you wish to avoid the excitement and tension of these imaginary plays, we urge you calmly and sincerely to turn off your radio now.
Ionized Yeast presents Lights Out. Everybody.
It is later than you think.
Lights Out brings you stories of the supernatural, the supernormal, dramatizing the fantasies and the mysteries of the unknown. We tell you this frankly, so if you wish to avoid the excitement and tension of these imaginative plays, we urge you, calmly but sincerely, to turn off your radio now.
My name, Arch Obler. Tonight, another exciting Lights Out story for all of you who like to thrill and chill to tales of the unusual. Tonight's story happened because one rainy night I found myself stranded near an old New England graveyard. But first, Frank Martin for just a few seconds.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'll take that moment to remind you, if simply because of vitamin B and iron shortage, you're unattractively thin and nervous, unable to eat or sleep as you should, seldom feeling really peppy and alive, then for your own sake, try ironized yeast tablets. They cost but a few pennies a day. What's more, they're sold on a money-back basis. Listen, if you don't quickly begin to eat and sleep better, to feel much stronger and livelier, and if you're not convinced that ironized yeast will help you gain pounds of brand new flesh, the cost of the first bottle will be refunded to you in full by Ironized Yeast, Box IY, Rahway, New Jersey. Just be very sure you get the one and only ironized yeast, with IY on the package and on each tablet.
Daily Express. City Editor, 1 moment. Daily Express. Want ad department, 1 moment, please. There you are. Daily Express. Sport Department. Who do you wish to speak to? 1 moment, please. Daily Express. 1 moment, I'll connect you. Daily Express. Daily Express.
Good morning, Mr. Roberts.
Good morning, Jim.
Kind of late today, aren't you, Mr. Roberts?
First time in 40 years. Can't understand what happened to my alarm clock.
Well, maybe it wore out.
Worn out. Maybe that's right. Just worn out.
Hold up a minute, will you, Mr. Roberts? I want to talk to you.
I'm late, Carter. What can I...
It's about that money, Mr. Roberts. I was wondering if you'd wait to say...
Of course, my boy, of course. How is she?
Oh, doing fine. Mr. Roberts, I want you to know how much Jean and I appreciate what you...
All right. We're all human beings together, aren't we?
Some folks are.
I'm late. Got to hurry. See you later.
Thanks again, Mr. Roberts.
Oh.
Sam Roberts.
Yes, Harry.
Have you heard the news?
No, was so late, didn't even look at
Late?
the paper.
Why, it's only 2 minutes after.
2 minutes after is 2 minutes late, Harry.
Sam Roberts, you're the... Oh, well. Listen, have you heard about Bridge? He's here. Bridge. Mr. Bridge, the new publisher.
Oh, him. Well, that's nice. He's taking things over.
Sam, you're not in the least bit interested in the fact that there's a new man on top, are you?
Well, I've been here so long, and many have come and gone.
But aren't you afraid of...
Well, finish it, Harry. Afraid of what?
Oh, forget it. That column of yours is all that matters, huh, Sam?
Well, I've been doing it quite a number of years. You know, just this morning, I was thinking how fortunate a man I am. For 40 years, things have happened. Wars, peace conferences, depressions, and prosperity. And in all that time,
Mr. Roberts.
Someone paging you, Sam.
Mr. Roberts, you wanted upstairs right away.
Upstairs, Jim? Me?
He said come up right away. New boss, Mr. Bridge.
Mr. Bridge?
Yeah, right away. He's the boss.
That's not so good, Sam.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. You'd better get up there.
Sure. Too bad I was late today. Maybe he's been waiting for me.
Take the side steps, Sam. Get up there faster.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Harry. Thanks.
Good luck, Sam.
Luck? Why should I need luck? Funny about that alarm clock.
Yes?
Oh, I've never seen... Oh, you're new here, aren't you, miss?
I'm Miss Ronson, Mr. Bridges' new secretary. What is it, please?
I'm Sam Roberts. Column on the editorial page.
Oh, yes. Mr. Bridge was expecting you. If you'll wait a moment.
Yes.
Yes?
Mr. Roberts is here, Mr. Bridge.
All right, send him in a hurry.
Yes, sir. Very well. You can go in now.
Yes, so I heard.
All right, Roberts, come in.
Yes, sir.
Well, come in.
Yes, sir.
Sit there.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Bridge.
Sit down.
Thank you. You know, Mr. Bridge, I think you're going to like publishing the Daily Express. What I mean to say is, on this paper you'll find a group of men who work together, who actually think that the newspaper is part of their lives, who actually...
Just a moment, Mr. Roberts. I'm a busy man.
I couldn't understand that.
I didn't ask you up here to hear about the esprit de corps of this organization. It's been my personal experience that the average man does what he's paid for. No more, no less.
Oh, now don't say that, Mr. Bridge. Now, you take Charlie down at number 1 Linotac. Why, there's a man
Mr. Roberts.
I'm sorry. I know you're busy, but I thought maybe you'd like to know something.
I've seen the balance sheet. I know all I want to know about this publication. The Daily Express earned 23% less in the 6 months of this fiscal year than it did in a similar period in any year in its history.
Well, I don't know much about that. But after all, things haven't been going too well any place. You can't blame the men.
The men of an organization make money. The men of an organization lose money. And I assure you, Mr. Roberts, that during the next 6 months, this newspaper will make money.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure folks...
Will you keep quiet?
That's what you want.
Mr. Roberts, there comes a time in every man's life when he ceases to be an asset to the organization which hires him. Might as well be frank and tell you that time has come in your career.
What did you say, Mr. Bridge?
In plain English, what I said was that you're getting just a little too old for this organization.
Old?
In other words, I'm giving you 2 weeks' notice. Sorry, Mr. Roberts, but that's the way things are. Good day, sir.
You mean fired?
The cashier will have your check. Good day.
But my column...
I'm a busy man, Mr. Roberts.
But my column...
I'm replacing that tomorrow with a syndicated column. Big-name Broadway stuff. That's what the public wants.
Mr. Bridge, you don't understand. Thousands of people, they write me. For 40 years I've been...
If you've been doing it for 40 years, that's long enough. Good day, Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Bridge, listen, where should I go? Ever since I was 16, this is my work. I don't know
Must I have you shown out, Mr. Roberts?
No, I don't want to anger you, but my column... 40 years, I tell
Will you?
It isn't the money. I'll work for nothing. I'll work for nothing.
Now, look here, Roberts. If you
Didn't you hear me, Mr. Bridge? For nothing. Just let me be here.
Get out of here.
No, listen to me. Just a minute.
I have no time. Get out.
But my 40 years here, since I was a boy.
You've been paid for every day.
Then I don't want any more pay. Just let me stay. My work. A man can't live without his work.
Get out. Get out. Miss Ronson.
No. I'll go. I'll go. But before I go, just another word.
Well,
who wants me to go? The managing editor or you?
Certainly it's my doing. It's my money invested in the paper. It's my right to choose my employees.
Let me stay.
Oh, what are you going to do? Start playing hearts and flowers?
Please.
Once and for all, get out of here. This is a business institution. You've been paid for services rendered. Now get out of here and stop acting like a fool.
All right, Mr. Bridge. All right.
Yes, Mr. Bridge?
Go ahead with the rest of them. Get them up here one at a time.
Yes, Mr. Bridge.
Every man in the organization over 50, understand?
Yes, Mr. Bridge. Do you want me to include...
What? Miss Ronson. Miss Ronson, what's the matter? Answer me. Crazy little fool screaming like that. Answer me. All right, I'll come out there and see what's the matter. Look here, Miss Ronson. Didn't you hear me? What was the idea of... Miss Ronson, what's the matter with you?
The window. Lord.
Window? What about the window?
That old man, Mr. Robert,
Well,
he just jumped out.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man is dead. And before this death leads to the other terrors that lie ahead in this strange story, suppose we pause for a moment, relax, and take time out for a deep breath in the midst of our Lights Out story. Lights Out. The publisher and his chauffeur are driving along a country road.
Jenkins?
Yes, sir.
Why are you taking this road?
Well, I don't quite know,
What do you mean
sir.
you don't know? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, it's a shortcut here.
Now, why didn't you say so in the first place?
Sorry, sir.
Jenkins,
Yes, sir.
how soon do you think we'll get to Hartville?
About midnight, sir.
Oh, that wife of mine, she thinks of the blamedest times to... Jenkins! Jenkins, what are we slowing up for?
I don't know, sir. The engine...
Well, of all the infernal times and places. Jenkins, what's the idea?
It ain't my idea stopping, sir. It's the engine.
This is no time for cleverness. You car like this stalling, I never heard of such a thing. Get it started quickly.
Yes, sir.
Well.
Something's wrong.
Now, that's brilliant. Get out, you fool, and fix it.
Okay.
What's that?
I said yes, sir.
Rattled brain. Well, what are you doing out there?
Trying to find the trouble.
Well, don't try, find it. I better go out and see myself what... Well, have you located the trouble?
No, sir.
What do you mean, no, sir? Do you know your business or don't you?
Don't seem to be getting any spark. The distributors don't...
And why doesn't the engine go? What do I pay you for? To stand around lonely roads in the middle of the night holding guessing games?
Doing my best.
Don't you talk back to me. If this car started, you incompetent good for nothing, or you're fired. You understand me?
Yeah? Okay.
Jenkins, where are you going? Jenkins!
Said I was fired, did you?
Come back here at once.
Yeah, I'll come back long enough to tell you that if I could take about 20 years off you, I'll change your face plenty before walking out on you.
Well, how dare you?
You shove everybody else around. But you shoved me around for the last time. I'm walking out on you, sourpuss. I'm walking out right now.
You can't leave me here in the middle of nowhere.
Can't I? Well, I'm doing it.
Now, Jenkins, you...
So long, dictator. Have a nice walk.
Jenkins, don't be a fool. Come back here. Jenkins, get this car started. Jenkins! Oh, all right. If you haven't heard the last of this, I'll fix you, you hoodlum. Leaving me like this, you'll regret it, Jenkins. Blasted dark. Thinks I'll walk my feet off, huh? Oh, no, I won't. Get in the car. Sit here until someone comes along. Infernal hoodlum.
I beg your pardon.
Huh? But
could I be of assistance?
For where? What?
I was walking along. I saw you were stalled here.
Oh, well, that's fine. Yes, you can help me. I'll pay you well, too.
Will you?
Certainly. You know about cars?
I will drive.
Well, that's fine, but you'll have to get it started first. Something about the ignition. I don't know much about machinery, do you?
If you will let me sit behind the steering wheel.
Certainly, but fix the engine first.
If you will let me sit behind the steering
But I tell you, the
wheel.
engine... All right. You'll see for yourself the starter doesn't do any good. But... Start.
Yes.
Infernal Jenkins, he stalled me here deliberately.
We will go.
He'll regret this night, believe you me. Nothing wrong with the car at all, was there?
It runs well.
Say, what's the idea of turning down this road? This isn't the way to...
It's a short way.
Huh?
A much shorter way.
You mean to Hartville?
I assure you, a much shorter way.
Oh, fine. Pretty clever fella. Hey, how would you like working as my chauffeur? I pay well, treat my help well. But did you hear me? Said, how would you like the job working for me? I'll start you out at... Why do you keep your head turned? What? Wait. If I turn the headlights off. Stop the car. The headlights are off. Stop the car. You can't drive in the dark.
I know the road well.
This is no dim-out area. Someone might run into us. Stop the car.
There is no time to wait.
Yes, I'll grant you I'm in a hurry, but if you think I'm going to jeopardize my life driving in the dark like this, you're crazy. Stop the car. Stop it. Well, more like it. No use jeopardizing my life. Well, come on, get out. You can fix the light.
Yes.
Everything happening at once. Blasted automobile. Well, why stand there? Going to fix the light?
There will be light enough soon.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The moon.
The moon?
In a moment. The moonlight.
Moonlight? Who cares about moonlight? Fix the lights and... What? The cemetery.
We went where the road led.
What's the meaning of this?
Come.
Come? Come where? What are you up to? Why did you bring me to this infernal graveyard?
Follow me.
Follow you? Where? Among the tombstones?
This way.
Are you crazy? Get me out of here quickly.
You will follow me.
What are you up to? Your face. I have seen you before. This blasted half-light. I do know you, don't I?
I ask you once more. Come with me.
No violence. My money, it's in my inside pocket. Let me go, but no violence.
With me.
No. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I can't stand pain. I'll go with you. I'll go.
This way.
If you think there's any profit in kidnapping me, let me tell you you're mistaken. Here, take my wallet and show me the way out of here, and we'll forget about the whole thing.
This way.
No. Don't make me walk too fast. I'm not used to walking. It isn't good for me to walk so fast. Now, listen, man, you've got to tell me. Where are you taking me? Where's there to go in the cemetery? I don't like it. I tell you, I don't. If this is your idea of a joke, I tell you, I don't like it. The tombstones shining so white, they're like hands stuck up out of the ground. No, I won't go any further. I don't care what you do. I won't go any... The moonlight's gone. Fellow, where are you? It's gotten so dark. Don't leave me here. Those infernal graves and tombstones. Answer me, where are you? Why? I'm my way up myself. So infernally dark, I can't see an inch in front of me. Doorknob. Door here. What? Yeah. How? What? Steps going down. I wonder what... Door! Let me out. Let me out of here. Let me out. Let me out of here.
I'm here.
Huh? Where? Oh. I heard you. You down there?
I am here.
Tell me, is that the way out?
The way out.
Oh. Wait for me. Wait for me. So infernally dark. Just get me out of here. Get me back to my car. Any place but out of this infernal cemetery. I'll pay you well, anything you want. Oh. There you are. What is this place? Where am I? Well, don't stand there in the shadows. Talk up. Where am I?
Look about you.
Infernal candlelight. What can I see? You said this was the way out. Well, lead the way.
Take up the candle.
All right.
Look at the wall alongside of you. Hold the candle high.
What is this place?
You see the mausoleum of the family of Bridge. Your family.
No.
Look closely. The brass plate on that.
Jeremiah Bridge. Born 1802, died 1858. My grandfather.
You never were here before, were you?
Huh? Oh, no, of course not. I can't stand funerals and such things. Why am I here now?
They lived their years. The men of that family called Bridge. They lived their years like robber barons.
Hmm?
And then they died, and here in darkness rocked their boat.
What are you talking about? Who are you? Why did you bring me here?
I tried to rest, yet found no rest. As long as you were living.
Who are you?
As long as you were living.
Answer me, who are you? Take your arm away from your face and let me see. Roberts.
Yes. I tried to rest. But the thought of all the men, my friends, whose hearts you'd break as you broke mine, that thought kept tearing the dead bones at me, until I thrust up out of the grave and came back for
Robert,
you.
your face.
My coffin was a poor one. Worms and maggots worked quick.
No.
The dead are dead, they told me.
Stay back.
The dead can't walk, they told me.
No closer.
The dead can't talk, they told me.
Stay back.
And yet I walk, I talk.
Back.
When you took away my work, you took away my life.
Back.
All the years I lived, I was what they call a good man, asking so little. A place to sleep, my work to do.
No, stop. I can't bear to look at you.
When you took my work and with it my life, my goodness and kindness went too. In the grave, I learned the will to kill.
No, not me.
You hear me? Kill. And you, the one to be.
No, not me. You can't kill me.
Here in the place where all of your breed lie rotting, this is the place for you.
No, stay back. I can't go any further than the wall.
There's hate in me now. Hate that wants to tear the eyes that saw only profit from your head.
Oh, please, no, I beg of
Hate
you.
that wants to rip that fat
No,
hypocritical tongue from out
please.
your head.
Please, not me.
Hate that wants to rip the skin from off your flesh.
No, stop. Dead can't kill the living.
Hate can kill in life or death.
No, I'll get away from you. I will. Dark again. Roberts, where are you? I can't see. Then where? Gone. Hide. I'll hide till morning. What? Box. Coffin. Empty coffin on the floor. Yes, hide in it. Climb in. Put the lid down. Yes? Never get me in here. Ghosts can't move material things. Never get me. Wait until morning. Get away then. Never happened anyway. Hallucination. Man jumped out of the window. How could he live again? Air. I think air's getting bad. Open the lid and see if he's gone. Can't budge it. He's sitting on it. Roberts, holding it tight. Get off. Get off. The air, I'll suffocate. Get off. Robert, get off. Say, Miss Ranson.
Yes?
Where's Mr. Bridge? Something's come up about the Grosvenor contract. Said he'd have the paper signed.
Just a minute. Mr. Bridge hasn't come in yet this morning.
Morning? It's almost noon.
I know it is, but he isn't here. Had about a dozen appointments, but he just isn't here.
Perhaps he left it on his desk.
You'd better not disturb his papers.
Oh, I won't. Miss Ranson, come here, quick.
What is it? What's the matter?
Look, the proof sheet. What a night's paper. Where did it come from?
Why, I don't know. It wasn't there when I came in this morning.
Look at it. Look at it.
All
Look
right.
what it says.
All right. Scoop. J. Rogers Bridge, publisher of the Daily Express, committed suicide last night in his family mausoleum in the Rosewood Cemetery. Oh, no.
And look at the signature. It's signed Roberts.
Robert. Oh, but he's the old man who jumped out of the window.
Wait. Look. Message. Printed on... Oh, no.
Printed on what? Tell me.
On a piece of human skin.
Oh, Mr. Obler, I've often heard that a good newspaper man has supernatural powers, but I never expected to meet one who would return from the grave to make his last deadline. Oh, by the way, that brings up something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that, Frank?
Do you think that under some circumstances a person might return from the dead?
Frank, I do have an idea about that, but I'm going to suggest that we put it with the unfinished business to be taken up in the near future. Because after you say a word, I've got something very important I'd like to say to our listeners.
Friends, are you worried because you haven't the strength to do your work? Because you're so miserably thin and weak and worn out? Well, if, as with so many, it's only because you need more vitamin B and iron, get ironized yeast tablets. They've worked wonders for thousands who only needed more of these substances. Help them gain glorious new strength and energy, and 5, 10, even more pounds, often in a few short weeks. Remember the name, ironized yeast tablets. Now, Arch Oboler with a serious message for every American.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago on another network, I started a game. Perhaps you heard about it. It's called They're Here for Me. It's a very simple game. You sit where you are and you think, the Japs, the Nazis, they're here for me. Not for someone in the newspaper or someone in a town halfway across the world or someone I don't even know in this neighborhood or even for my neighbor next door. But for me. For me. Yeah, a smirking little Jap is standing at the door. He's there for you, not in the headlines, not just in an idea, but actually there for you. It can't happen, you know. 3 million dead in Europe attest to that fact. Now, even if the words such as duty to one's fellow man and patriotism and a better world to come and all that sort of thing may not mean much to you, out of self-interest, these words should. They're here for me. Think about that Jap or that Nazi waiting for you. And then remember that every war-saving stamp and every war bond that you buy is a bullet or a bomb or a tank or an airplane between you personally and the horror of a Jap-Nazi world. Every bond that you buy, another bullet or another bomb or another tank or another airplane between you personally and the horror of a Jap-Nazi world. Tell your employer to start taking that 10% out of your pay, starting right now.
Lights Out will come to you again next Tuesday at this same time. Be sure to listen to Arch Oboler's chilling story of Knock at the Door. And if you need more vitamin B and iron, be sure to try ironized yeast, the one and only ironized yeast, with the big letters IY on the package and on each tablet.
It is later than you think.
Ever hear of a substitute for new clothes? You may want one someday now that many clothing materials are becoming harder to get. So take care of your present clothes and let Energine cleaning fluid help you do it. Energine removes little grease spots that are the favorite feeding place of moths, grease spots that make your clothes look worn, run down, old before their time. And Energine removes those grease spots easily. Simple directions are right on the Energine container. Get some tomorrow and start getting more satisfactory wear from your clothes by keeping them free of grease spots with Energine cleaning fluid. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Strange Tales.
RelicRadio.com presents tales of the strange and bizarre, the weird and the wicked. Stories not necessarily of the supernatural, but of the unnatural. Join us now for Strange Tales, featuring radio drama at its most mysterious and unusual. This is Strange Tales. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me this Sunday. We're going to hear from Nightfall this week, a CBC series that produced 107 episodes between July of 1980 and June of 1983. The stuff's a little newer than what we normally play, and there might be some language that's not little kid appropriate, though with what's on TV these days, I don't even know if that's true anymore. Either way, there's a little bit of cussing. The episode is titled A Shortwave Goodbye. This one aired January 9th, 1981.
in the dream, you are falling, lost in the listening distance, as dark locks in. Nightfall. Good evening. Tonight we have an especially dyspeptic program for you. It deals with failures in human communication, and its resolution is more than merely irrevocable. The play, by George R. Robertson, is called A Shortwave Goodbye.
Fantastic. Oh, Harvey Beasley, you're a genius. It's incredible. The pento-grid link was the key.
Harvey!
Yeah, I'm up here.
I know where you are. Do you know what time it is?
Oh, I'm picking up the most amazing signals, Harriet. That new pento that...
Harvey, I'm going out. I need
You
some
wouldn't
money.
believe the signals.
I'm broke.
Listen. This is Antarctica. Hey? It's clear as a bell.
Will you shut that stupid machine off?
This means everything to me and not a damn thing to you. I just can't fathom why you can't...
Shortwave's your problem, Harvey, not mine. Now, once more, I need cab fare.
But listen, can you hear that? It's the other end of the world.
Shut it off.
Look, this is my big day.
Oh, where's that blasted switch?
I brought in the other end of the world.
And what about this end? Your big discovery going to make any money?
I'm very proud of what I've done, Harriet. You should be, too.
Is there any future in it?
Well, it's taken so long. All scientists, inventors need time before
What's it worth?
Is dinner ready?
I called you 5 times.
Yeah, I guess, didn't hear you.
All you ever hear is your stupid shortwave radio. Other men have hobbies. You have a terminal disease.
Why did you bother to come up here, Harriet?
It's my volunteer night. Sick Kids Hospital.
Well, I can give you 5, I guess.
The last of the big-time spenders.
It's not another new dress.
Well, you can go around looking like welfare if you want, but not me.
How did you pay for it?
Master charge.
Harriet, I can't cover what you've charged already. They threatened to garnish my salary. I'll be fired.
Fired? Who'd notice?
They'd notice.
You haven't got the ambition of a mole.
Yeah, what do you think my shortwave experiments are all about?
Bringing in green
Yeah,
land?
well, stick around. I might surprise you.
27 years ago, I married a poor bookkeeper with big dreams. Now what have I got? A poor bookkeeper, period.
Who knows how to live within his means?
Don't get smart with me, Harvey. I could have you thrown out of this house.
You could do
I talked to a lawyer last week. She told me there'd be no problem.
Oh, damn it. This is my house. Belonged to my father.
Come out of the dark ages, Harvey. I know my rights.
Yes, so look who's liberated.
And if you don't watch your step, I'll liberate you from half your savings, half your pension, and all of your house. I've spent the best years of my life with you.
Randy, old
I've
sow.
worked my fingers
You'll
to
do
the
it
bone
too,
for
sooner
you.
or later. Well, this poor bookkeeper has one big dream left. Putting his hands around your throat. Oh, if only there was a way to kill you without getting caught. What are you doing with that hammer?
I've squandered my life
Harriet,
on you.
put that down.
You and your damn shortwave disease.
Don't throw it. Harriet! My radio. Do you know how much blood and sweat went into that? No, you selfish slob. It means
I
nothing
wish
to you.
I'd aimed it at your skull.
Harriet, just how dumb do you think I am? Volunteer work at Sick Kids. You're off to meet your retread man of the world again. Big romantic stuff. Sagging matron beds, overweight widower. Let's see how much damage you've done. Jeez, you bent the new crossover. God knows what else is broken inside. I'll have to start all over. Nothing. Wait a minute. Maybe if I rotate the crossover.
acceptance of a new project which Mayor Farnham unveiled today.
Farnham?
Expropriation of the lakefront warehouses will begin later this month, with construction to start early next year.
How can I be getting local news on the Shortwave?
June 16th.
The frequency and aperture are totally incompatible. You can't bend the laws of physics. Something must really be broken. Tuesday? He said Tuesday, the 16th. How can the... He said Tuesday. Harriet! Harriet, what day is it?
Don't leave your dishes in the sink, Harvey.
Harriet, wait. What day is today?
Oh, for God's sake, it's Monday.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Monday the 15th.
Harvey, get your head examined.
It's Monday the 15th. I must be hearing things.
In the Thursday feature at Woodbine today, the winner was
Tomorrow's
Jack
Racers.
paying $17.80.
$17.80. Was that for a $2 bet? I wish I knew more about racing. It's unbelievable. It's Wednesday, but I'm hearing Thursday. There must be a scientific explanation. Why can't I see it?
Hey, Marconi.
Oh, go away.
You dead in there?
What do you want, Philip?
What kind of welcome is that for a neighbor with an extra ticket for tomorrow's game?
No, sorry. I have got a lot of work to do.
You've been up here all week. Never out of this garret.
Look, I'm busy.
How much fun can a guy have listening to the radio?
You'd be surprised.
Even Einstein took a night off.
Einstein?
Wait
a minute.
Yankees are playing. I made $160 last time they were in town.
Einstein.
A lot easier than selling electrical supplies.
Theory of relativity. Einstein said time bends back on itself.
Terrific, Harvey. What do you say?
On another plane, this moment in time has already passed. Without the warp, the future is today. The bend Harriet made in my crossover might precisely counterbalance the bend in the time warp.
Hey, Harvey, I'm talking to you.
Leave me alone, Philip. I have to think.
Well, pardon me.
By sheer accident. But why not? The future is today. Good night, Philip. You pot-bellied man of the world.
Hello?
Philip? Harvey.
What's the matter?
Would you mind giving me the number of your bookmaker?
I can't give out his name. What the hell am I doing? Security, you know.
Come on, Philip. What is this?
I can place bets for you, though, Harv.
Well, thanks, but I keep money cards close to my chest.
Yeah, well, I can have the guy call you.
Fine,
But I don't get it, Harvey. You're not a betting man.
I am now, Philip. You bet I am.
A spokesman for the Prime Minister's office said today. On the local scene, Frank Marcucci, reputed underworld figure, was gunned down late this afternoon outside his Queen Street Tavern. Police say they have no leads.
That's it. That's the chance. If I know the future, maybe I can change it. Undo what's already happened or what's about to happen. Don't call me Harvey. Call me God. Marcucci. Yeah, here. Marcucci's Tavern. He's warned he should be able to escape. Lord, the possibilities this opens up for old plod-along Harvey.
What the hell's going on?
What the hell do you mean breaking in here?
I'm trying to place a bet with Rooney tonight. You know what he told me? He's cut me off.
Why?
Because you've taken him for $23,000 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's beginner's luck, Philip.
$23,000. That's impossible.
Not according to Rooney.
I want to know how you did it. Huh? I mean, Come on, Harvey. We're pals, huh?
Look, I've got an important call to make.
But I...
Alone.
Don't turn that radio on. I've got a headache.
I have to hear the news.
Don't you get enough racket on that stupid set upstairs?
Prime Minister's office said today. On the local scene, Frank Marcucci, reputed
News is
underworld
useless anyway.
figure,
You can't
was
do anything
gunned
about
down
it.
late this afternoon outside his
Shut up,
Queen Street
Harriet.
Tavern. Police say they
I
have
said
no
I have a
leads to
headache. How dare you tell me to shut up? Isn't enough that I have to
Anyway.
listen to that stupid radio
Marcucci
upstairs,
didn't
but you have to
believe
turn
me.
the one on in the kitchen.
Maybe the future can't be changed. Just used as is. I'm glad I'm not important enough to make the news. Well, the first priority is dollars and cents. And then, Harriet, it's your turn.
Don't worry about it, Phil. You're just tired. Now you're working too hard.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Good.
I want to know how he's doing it.
Who? Doing what?
I mean, he hasn't told you?
Harvey? All I want to know is how come he quit his job.
You're his wife, for God's sake.
How does he think we're going to survive?
What kind of husband is he, anyway? Not letting you know.
He's not a man. He's a mole.
Damn lucky, mole.
Phil, baby, what are you going on about?
Look, if anyone can find out, Harriet, you can. You know?
I haven't the faintest idea what he's doing or how he's doing it.
Listen, if we play our cards right, you and I'll have a very rich future.
Wonderful, Phil. But right now, we've got some unfinished business.
On the Toronto Stock Exchange, Can North Petroleum led all gainers today as news of a Beaufort Sea discovery sparked an 11-point rise.
Can North Pete. Ah, yeah. 27 7/8. So, 1,000 shares would be... Yes?
I brought you a cup of tea.
Oh?
Earl Grey. Your favorite.
Yeah, thank you, but I don't really...
Well, we've been fighting so much lately. I've said some awful things I didn't mean.
I don't see
I'm
how...
trying to make up, Harvey.
Why?
Because there are no chocolate cookies to go with the tea.
Harriet, what is this tea ceremony all about?
We're both still pretty young, Harvey. Maybe we could start all over. I could give up Sick Children's Hospital, if you know what I mean. Maybe we could take a trip.
A trip? On master charge?
It's not too late for us, Harvey.
You mean this poor bookkeeper's getting respectable?
Harvey, don't make me feel even worse.
Awfully sorry, Harriet.
We've got to think of the future.
Oh, I spend a lot of time thinking about the future, Harriet. Mine and yours.
That son of a bitch.
I wanted to kill him, making me grovel like a...
Maybe that's the only way.
What do you mean?
Would you miss him?
You're not planning to...
It's the only crack I'll ever have at that kind of money.
But Phil, that's
And
crazy.
he's not going to cheat me out of it.
Phil, I'm still his wife.
And we won't be worth a red cent till you're his widow.
There must be a perfect way, a foolproof way to get rid of you. I can't just take the money and run, Harriet. You'd still be entitled to half. Besides, skipping out wouldn't be playing the game, would it? Maybe I can find something just right for the two of you. What if I readjust the setting?
22. Being withheld pending notification of next of kin. Tragedy of a different sort. Tragedy with a ray of hope occurred last night in suburban Brentwood when Harvey John Beasley was...
Oh, God. Me? How? When? What day am I hearing? Come on, damn it. Across the back.
And that's the news for Wednesday, September 19th.
Tomorrow.
Stay tuned now for more music on...
God, I don't want to die. Maybe I changed the setting. Maybe it wasn't tomorrow. Yeah, I changed the setting. Yeah, could be 20 years from now. There's no way to tell. How do I protect myself from a death with no date? Well, I made it home anyway. Should be safe here. Oh, my God. It's fused to the cabinet. If I touched that set, I'd have been fried. But what could short it out like that? No, it's not possible. Unless someone... Of course, Philip. He'd know how. The two of them are after my money. But I did it. I changed the future. I'm still alive. Though you won't be much longer, Harriet. The game for keeps begins in earnest.
And here is the evening news.
Oh, Phil, it was horrible. I was crossing the street and the whole paint store just burst into flames. I could hear people screaming inside.
Are you out of your mind coming here in broad daylight?
I had to tell someone. Living with him since we tried to... I can't stand it.
Okay, take it easy. Why were you going to a paint store of all places?
For Harvey. He insisted. Just so thankful I was late.
What do you mean late? To pick up a can of paint?
He said the owner was expecting me at 4:30 sharp.
Which is when the store went up in flames, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this grimy little chase, the next move is mine.
That's twice you've missed me. Though the electrical trick got closer than that tripwire with the 2 steps taken out of the cellar stairs. Come on, let's get professional, Harriet. Still, what if I haven't cheated the Grim Reaper? Death with no date. What if you two should get lucky? It's possible, isn't it? I think I'd like to leave a monument of some kind. Of course, a monument to the future. I should have the number here. Oh, Harriet, I know you'll appreciate this. That is, if you're still around.
Sick Children's Hospital.
I'd like to speak to the administrator, please.
Phil, let's stop and think about this.
Can't stop now. He knows we did it.
And he knows we'll try again. He'll be waiting.
Well, it's him or us. Take your pick.
Phil.
Yeah?
You won't leave me after it's over.
I won't leave you.
You sure?
Word of honor.
Phil, that makes me feel so much better.
Better or worse, we're a pair. No, a trio. You and me and Harvey's money.
Time is running out. Plots are
A
bound to
spokesman
get
for the
brutal.
UN confirmed today that UNICEF and the World Health Organization will coordinate relief efforts.
No date.
Tragedy struck on Lake Ontario today when a small excursion boat belonging to Southern Boat Tours exploded about 5 miles from Toronto Harbor. There were no survivors. No explanation for the blast has been given, and names of the dead are being withheld pending notification of next of kin. Tragedy of a different sort. Tragedy with a ray of hope occurred last night.
All went down. All of them.
Southern Boat Tours.
Oh, yes, I'd like to reserve 3 seats on tomorrow's Lake Ontario cruise. The name is Harvey Beasley.
Where are you going?
I have to pick something up.
At this hour?
Yeah, you'll never guess, Harriet. Our luck is changing.
What?
I finally won something.
No kidding.
Yeah, I bought a travel draw and won some tickets for the lake excursion tomorrow.
Lake excursion?
Well, you always wanted to take that cruise, so...
Harvey, wait a minute. I want to talk to you.
I don't have time.
I can't go on like this. I want to start over.
Harriet, I've got less than an hour.
We got some security now and some money for the future.
Oh? How do you know that?
All that matters is...
that we catch that boat tomorrow.
We do need more time together.
Invite Philip.
Philip?
Yeah.
Why?
Tell him it's about a juicy business proposition. One he can really sink himself into.
All right, Harvey. That's the way you want it. We'll go on your little cruise. But you won't be coming back. I still can't believe it.
It's all over but the shouting.
He's gone, Phil. He's actually dead.
That's damn nice of him, too, saving us the trouble.
If only we'd get our hands on the money.
Oh, don't worry, it has to turn up.
What a great feeling. No more worries.
I'm just afraid I'll never find out his secret.
Seems he took it with him.
But he must have been tapped into the future, huh?
If he had been, he wouldn't have run in front of that car. Oh, it was horrible.
He wouldn't have been so eager to go on that boat cruise. Hey, hold it. Why was he so anxious for me to go along? On a boat that was going to blow up.
Oh, don't talk about it.
And what about the paint store fire?
Stop it. Nobody can see into the future.
You saw his stock portfolio up in the attic. He bought into everything at exactly the right time.
And now it's all mine. After all these years, the mole finally paid off.
All ours, you mean, huh?
Oh, yeah. You want a sandwich?
No, I want to hear what's happening in this very rich world of ours.
No reason for the blast has been given, and the names of the dead are
Shut
being
that
withheld
thing off.
pending notification.
Radios remind me of Harvey.
Tragedy of a different sort. Tragedy with a ray of hope occurred last night in suburban Brentwood when Harvey John Beasley was struck and killed by a car
Well, at least
while
he made the
crossing
news.
street in front of his house. This morning, Donald Anderson, administrator of Sick Children's Hospital, announced that Mr. Beasley had bequeathed his entire estate of $348,000 to equip a new operating room in what will be now known as the Harvey Beasley Way.
What? That dirty, black, miserable mole!
$348,000.
It's all gone. He left me nothing. Nothing. You're all
second, Harriet.
Oh, yes, you did leave me something, Harvey. Up in your attic.
Harriet? What do you... The radio. Harriet, wait!
Damn shortwave disease.
Wait, Harriet, the radio's got to be the answer.
Let go of me.
Give me that hammer.
Get away from me.
Jeez, you're going crazy.
Let me have that radio.
Oh,
That's Harvey's cancer, that shortwave.
Harriet,
That radio
Harriet, wait.
warped him.
So give the United Way.
Disease out of you, Harvey.
And now, here are the news for Thursday, September 20th.
Did you hear that?
I'll never hear this bloody radio again. No future. He gave away my future.
That announcer. He said Thursday, the 20th. That's tomorrow.
Harvey's disease robbed me of my future.
That was it?
There's no future.
That was it, you fat, stupid bitch.
No future.
No future. God's sake, lying on the floor. Look at it, in pieces.
He stole my future. No future. He stole my future. He stole my future.
You have just heard A Shortwave Goodbye by George R. Robertson. Featured tonight were Arch McDonnell as Harvey, Maxine Miller as Harriet, and Bud Knapp as Philip, with John Stalker as the newscaster, and Elva Mae Hoover played the receptionists. Our recording engineers are Ray Folsick and John Jessup, with sound effects by Bill Robinson. Our story editor is Earl Toppings, with the production assistance of Mina Callahan. Nightfall is produced and directed for CBC Radio by Bill Howell. And now, here's a final word from your host.
Hello again. Next week's Nightfall features a new adaptation of a story that has always had a special place in my heart.
Whenever his pale blue eye fell on me, my blood ran cold. And so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. It was an evil eye, but Weatherby was very kind to me. No one had been this kind. It was too much to bear. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work.
Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart, adapted for radio by Len Peterson and starring Richard Monette. Next week on Nightfall. Until then, careful of the edge.
That's our strange tale for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. You can find more from Nightfall at relicradio.com alongside past episodes of this show, all the others, and everything else Relic Radio. You can donate through the website as well. It's how this is all made possible. We have no advertising, so your support is the fuel that keeps us going every week. Thanks to those who have helped out. Thanks for joining me today. Talk to you again next Sunday with another episode of Relic Radio's Strange Tales.